everybody, and welcome back to day 5 of League's Reveals. We've got a massive one, and I didn't think they would get any bigger than the one from just a few days ago, but this is huge. They dropped us this little infographic of where we're gonna get most of the drops. This was on the community last time, but they took it upon themselves to get this out to us, and it's amazing. For the most part, this video is just going to tell you that this stuff is changing. And oh my gosh, is it a lot. We're going to start with the other changes and then lead up to everything else. Because all Desert Treasure 2 bosses will drop all parts of the Soul Reaper axe. So you don't actually have to pick a specific region combination to get the Soul Reaper. Almost everyone's going to be able to have one. All raids will offer the Twisted Bow, Tunic Shadow, and Scythe of Vitur. A little bit more information for this specific thing to come, but oh my gosh, more mega rares in every single raid. Not only that, but dragon pickaxes obtained via volcanic mine ore packs will come repaired. Nice little benefit. And you have a chance to loot a dragon hosta rather than a broken dragon hosta from the brimstone chest. So you don't have to go get it fixed at auto God bless. And another thing, the Tormented Synapse has had its inspect option adjusted and will now allow you to instantly convert it to an Emberlight, Scorching Bow, or Purging Staff. So much quality of life has just been introduced with that, but the main thing that is actually happening, everybody, is when we get specific drops from, let's say, Rune Dragons, Adamant Dragons, the Chambers of Xeric, it's automatically going to be, instead of a Dragon Metal Lump, you get the Dragon Plate Body, Dragon Metal Slice, Dragon Kite Shield. We don't have to go through the crafting steps that might send us into a different region. We can just have the item. This is going to be so insane. The Kodai insignia is instantly turned into the Kodai wand. Your Theater of Blood Avernic hilt is automatically an Avernic defender, not needing to do the Cyclops grind. The Fortis Coliseum Echo Crystal is instantly turned into the Echo Boots. Duke Succulus gets the Magus Vestige turned into the Magus Ring. Not only that, Vardovis, Ultor Ring, Whisperer, Bellator Ring, Leviathan, Venator Ring. These are going to be massive upgrades for every single region, and really takes away a lot of region dependency. Things like Zulro, the Magic Fang, instantly turned into the Uncharged Toxic Trident. I think you used to have an option for that, so maybe they just picked for you, but Cerberus's Eternal Crystal is automatically Eternal Boots. And the Alchemical Hydra has had massive changes, giving you the Dragon Hunter Lance, Ferocious Gloves, and Bone Crusher Necklace. Araxor does not drop the Araxite Fang, he drops the Amulet of Rancor. And the Grotesque Guardians give you the Guardian Boots. This is going to be so huge and take away essentially any dependency from the previous regions. So let's go ahead and look at the infographic they gave us. I'm just going to be zooming all over the place because I don't think I can look at just one at a time. But for the Theater of Blood, you have all the things that you could possibly expect within Mauritania, but you're also going to be able to get the full Avernic Defender, Twisted Bow, and Tunic Shadow. And another few changes that you're going to be seeing from the Grotesque Guardians is the Guardian Boots, and Araxor will give you the full necklace as well. We are missing out on that really cool crafting animation, but you know what, maybe they'll put that somewhere else. KBD is going to be giving you the Echo weapons over here, and it looks like we really don't have very many changes to the wilderness. And you know what? That kind of is a testament to the wilderness being its own self-contained thing. It would have been nice for some of the things in Venenatus or Callisto's list were just transformed into the item itself, like the Vigorous Chain Mace or the Webweaver Bow. But heading over to Asgarnia, there are some changes to Cerberus. Not only does he have an Echo variant that's going to be dropping you the Dog Sword, you're going to be getting yourself the Eternal Boots from Cerberus as well. And the only other changes to Asgarnia is going to be the Whisperer, because you'll be able to get all of the pieces of the Soul Reaper axe in order, and you'll be able to get the Bellator Ring. which in this league is actually going to be the second best in slot for ring. Going right into our starting areas, we have a small change to Tormented Demons. You'll instantly be able to craft your Synapse into a Tormented weapon. Kandarin has experienced a couple of smaller changes as well. Most of the drops from the Alchemical Hydra are instantly turned into its variants, such as the Gloves, Dragon Hunter Lance, and Bone Crusher Necklace, as well as the Chambers of Zarek also being able to drop the Scythe of Vitor and the Tumakin Shadow. Not to mention that the wand is going to be made for you instead of having to craft it yourself. Moving on over to the Dagannoth Kings, we've got ourselves 2 Echo items that are going to be the best in slot jewelry for the entire leagues. But Duke Succulus is going to be getting such an upgrade because he'll be dropping the Magus Ring as well as the Soul Reaper Axe at 1 piece at a time. Varlamore is going to be seeing similar changes as well as the Soul Reaper Axe and the Ultor Ring. Not only that, the Fortis Coliseum will have an Echo variant where you'll be able to receive your Trident and Shield as well as gloves that don't happen to be listed on this list over here. But don't forget that we are changing the Echo Crystal Drop to be transformed into the Echo Boots. Going back over to Kandarin, the least favorite of the areas this season, we have an Echo version of the Smoke Devil, and you'll be receiving your Echo item from the Smoke Devil. Heading on over to Tiranwnn, we also have very small amounts of unlocks and changes. Zulra's Magic Fang is changed instantly into the Toxic Trident, and you're also going to be fighting the Echo version of the Gauntlet to receive a +5 prayer bonus and your crystal armor working on any melee weapon. Heading over to last year's favorite, the Desert. We've got the Calfine Queen with an Echo variant, and you'll be able to get the Desert version of the Blowpipe. You're also going to have massive changes to Leviathan and Tombs of Amascut. At Leviathan, you're going to be able to receive the Soul Reaper Axe 1 piece at a time, as well as the Venator Ring. And the only changes to the Tombs of Amascut is going to be the fact that you can pick up the Scythe of Vitor and the Twisted Bow there as well. And just to give an example of the synergy that is no longer necessary between regions, to open you up to really choose any region that you'd like, you don't need to go to Martania or Asgarnia to get your Echo Boots. You're no longer going to need the Desert to get the Kodai Wand. Asgarnia, Kandarin, and Fremennik no longer needed just for you to get the drops from Hydra. The Wilderness has always been an MVP in this regard. Nothing is needed for synergy with the Wilderness because it stands alone. And look at just how much synergy is needed for Tiranwnn. Technically, these crystal weapons aren't going to be necessary, at least one of the 3, because you're going to have one of them to start the leagues. But you are going to get the Toxic Trident instantly, but if you do want the Halberd or Staff of the Dead, you're still going to need a little bit of synergy with Asgarnia and Kandarin. Good thing though, for Martania, you don't need to have Kandarin or Asgarnia for either of these 2 drops. Kandarin is still going to be reliant for these ones over here, like the Ivan Staff or your Cannon. But if we're moving over into the Desert, you're going to see that so much synergy is no longer necessary. We don't need to go for these rings here unless we want them specifically. And you just need to pick the one region that actually has it in it. As well as the Soul Reaper Axe, you have 4 separate regions that are going to provide that to you. Getting yourself a Dragon Pickaxe may not necessarily be important, but I doubt you're going to need synergy to do it this time. But wow, everybody, was that a massive update. And I know that I'm going to be going over this list a whole bunch more here in the future, so please keep up to date with that one. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a great day and tune in for the next League's update.